You know that feeling when your business is finally taking off? It's amazing, right? More customers, more deals. But then comes the chaos. Suddenly, you're drowning in spreadsheets and sticky notes, trying to keep track of every single conversation. It can get overwhelming, fast. So what if you could turn all that chaos into a smooth, well-oiled machine? Well, today we're going to look at a system that promises to do exactly that.
So let me ask you something, and be honest. As your business gets bigger, does it feel like your customer data is just getting lost in the shuffle? That neat little system you had at the beginning? Yeah, it's probably starting to come apart at the seams. Info's everywhere. Spreadsheets, emails, maybe even the back of a napkin. And those golden opportunities, they're starting to slip right through the cracks. I mean, does any of this sound familiar? You've got customer info buried in 10 different places. Your sales team is scrambling, trying to remember who to call back, and forget about getting a clear, up-to-the-minute picture of how you're actually doing. Look, these aren't just little headaches. These are serious roadblocks that can stop your growth dead in its tracks. Okay, so how do we fix all this? Well, the solution we're looking at today is something called Custofy CRM. Now, at its heart, it's basically one central hub. Think of it as the command center for your business, designed to grab all those scattered bits of info and pull them together into one single powerful platform that you can actually manage. And really, that's the whole idea. It's about shifting from just reacting to chaos and trying to keep your head above water to actually being in control, proactive, where the system is finally working for you, not against you.
Now, to really get how this thing works, we've got to look at it from two totally different perspectives. First, there's the salesperson, the one in the trenches, dealing with customers and closing deals every day. And then there's the admin, or the manager, the person who needs that bird's-eye view of the whole operation. So let's walk through a day in the life for each of them.
All right, first up, the salesperson. Let's follow a brand new lead from the moment it comes in all the way to a signed deal. We're going to see exactly how a system like Custofy makes that whole journey a lot smoother.
Okay, so it all starts here. A new lead pops up. First thing, you get their info into the system. And as you can see, this isn't just another row in some random spreadsheet. Nope, it's going into a clean, searchable database where every little detail is right where it needs to be. So say goodbye to digging through a million old emails just to find a phone number.
Okay, so once that lead looks promising, it becomes a real opportunity and it officially enters the sales pipeline. Now, this is where the real magic happens. You can literally watch your deals move from one stage to the next, from qualified to proposal sent, all the way to negotiation. It's like a visual roadmap for every single sale, making sure nothing ever falls through the cracks.
And we all know that sales is built on relationships, right? So check this out. Every call, every meeting, every single important email gets logged right here, attached to that customer. What you're building is a complete history of your entire relationship. That means anyone on your team can jump in and know exactly what's going on. It's basically like having a photographic memory for every client you have.
And then, the best part. You close the deal, you get the win. But, wait, the workflow isn't over. Right from that screen, the salesperson can generate a professional-looking invoice. It's a super smooth handoff from the sales team to the finance side of things. The entire process, from start to finish, all in one place. No more bugging the accounting department for details.
Okay, so that's the view from the trenches. Pretty slick, right? But what about the view from the top, the 30,000-foot perspective? Let's switch gears and put ourselves in the shoes of the admin, the person whose job it is to see the big picture and steer the whole ship.
And this comparison says it all. On one side, you've got the salesperson's to-do list, focused, specific, day-to-day tasks. But on the other side, that's the admin's dashboard. It's pulling in data from everyone to give you a snapshot of sales trends, a pipeline overview, basically the vital signs of the entire business, all in one look. Yeah, for the admin, it's not about ticking off their own tasks. It's about having complete visibility, complete control over the entire system. It's about shifting from making decisions based on a gut feeling to making smart, strategic moves based on actual hard data.
So the platform really gives the admin power in three big ways. First, they control who sees what, which is huge for security. Second, they get these deep dive reports that help shape business strategy. And third, it handles critical stuff like backups automatically. Talk about peace of mind.
Let's dive into that first one, managing your team. The admin can literally create different roles like sales rep or sales manager and then decide exactly what each role is allowed to see and do. This is so important. It keeps your data secure and it helps your team stay focused on what matters for their job.
And the reporting tools? Man, this is where you get the real strategic gold. Take the sales funnel report. It's not just a boring list of numbers. Think of it more like a health checkup for your sales process. You can see, at a glance, where deals are getting bogged down or, on the flip side, where your team is absolutely crushing it. That lets you make smart changes on the fly. And finally, let's talk about that peace of mind. Let's be real. Your customer data is probably the most valuable thing your business owns. Well, the automated backup manager makes sure that asset is protected. You just set it and forget it. Schedule the backups, and the system handles everything else. No more late-night panic attacks about losing data. Okay, let's bring this all home. Remember where we started? With all those headaches that come with a growing business? Now let's connect the dots and see exactly how a system like this tackles those problems head-on, turning all that messy chaos into clean, strategic control. This chart really lays it all out, doesn't it? Instead of scattered info, you get a single central database. Instead of missed opportunities, you get proactive tracking that won't let you forget. You swap guesswork for real-time dashboards, and you trade those data security nightmares for automatic backups. For every single one of those initial problems, there's a direct solution right here.
And a few other things really jump out here. First, there are no limits on customers, opportunities, or users. That means the system grows with you, and you're not getting penalized for your own success. Second, and this is huge, it's a one-time purchase. No endless monthly subscription fees bleeding your budget dry. And finally, you have total control. From permissions to exporting your data, it's your data, and you own it completely.
When you boil it all down, the goal here is pretty clear. This was never just about tidying up your data. It's about using that organization to build way stronger bonds with your customers, to fine-tune your sales and marketing, and ultimately to build a business that's set up for real, long-term growth.
So I'll leave you with this to think about. When you look at your own business, are you really set up for that next big wave of growth? Are you ready to finally make that switch from chaos to control?